Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. I am Marv and this is Readings by Marvelous Madame TAURUS. We're going to be taking a look at your weekly energy read or weekly energy for the beautiful sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. It's going to be carrying you through the energy of the 12th through the 19th. And the big ticket item, Leo, this particular week is the new moon in Scorpio, which will be hitting you, lovelies, in your fourth house. We will go into depth with what that means in that particular video, which will be brought to you tomorrow in the energy of that new moon. If you are new here with me, hello, hello. If you are returning, welcome back. If you're subscribed to the tribe, and what's good to the fam bams, hello to my members. Let's unpack this. Now, if you're looking at the imagery of this and you're thinking that it looks a little bit different than the classic decks or other decks that you recognize, this is the Mushroom Hunters Tarot. This is created by a guy named Joe Buckley, and I like the imagery. Not that I don't have a problem with mushrooms, but there were other cards in this deck that drew me to it. So let's go ahead and get started. You are starting this week out in an energy of Leo, 8. Actually, that's 8 cups. That's the 8 of cups. And when I'm looking at this energy, I know you're trying to move away from something and separate yourself from something, Leo Collective, okay? 8 cups is going to have you walking away from things that you feel that no longer serve you. Now, don't get me wrong. It is loss. It is loss. It is walking away. It's searching for truth and letting go. I kind of liken this card to the cup version of a hermit almost, okay? This card is saying that you're letting go, okay? You're letting go from something. You are leaving. You know what you're leaving behind. You're escaping in the night. Which could suggest that there's a bit of avoidance. So although this imagery doesn't reflect that, I still feel very drawn to bringing that energy to you, because there is a bit of avoidance with, and as a matter of fact, I'm sorry. What is wrong with me, Leo? That's 7 cups. That's not 8. Clearly, I'm blind. I apologize. That's first I had it as 8, and clearly I don't know my Roman numerals. That's VII. That's 7. This changes things. All right. I do feel like you walked away from something, but let's read it the way it is. Gee, I just made the correction. Okay. You have options. That's what this is. This makes sense. You have a lot of options, and you know that those options are viable, but you're doing it anyway. You have, feelings for all of these people, for all of these choices. You kind of like them all. But this is the card of choices and fantasies and illusions and indecisiveness as well as wishful thinking. There's a lot in each one of these. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Absolutely. Clearly, Marv can't count. This particular card is letting me know that not only are there choices, but you may be paralyzed by choice. You don't know what the hell choice that you want to make. I think what's interesting is that the grass is not always greener on the other side, and maybe you're learning that. You walked into an energy of choosing or thinking that you could choose, and now you more than likely have analysis paralysis. But let's see what the reading tells us. We're looking at the Magician in your heart place. Now, the Magician is a beautiful card of manifestation. What I do not like about the energy of this card, when we are led by 7 cups, which is your indecisiveness and the fact that you may have analysis paralysis because you are paralyzed with too many choices. And again, When we look at the Seven of Cups, we are also, we need to remember that it is also fantasies and illusions. So how in the hell is a magician going to operate if that is what is in your mentality? Because each one of these cups hold different outcomes. And you could be obsessing over multiple options, which in itself is a damn detriment, right? So when I'm looking at that and I see what you're leading with, and then the next card in your heart place is the magician, how the hell are you going to possibly manifest the exact thing that you want if you have all of these different versions of what you want in your head? So I can't necessarily look at this particular magician in the upright. I have to look at the lens in which you're looking at this through, and it is the lens that I just described to you. So with that being said, I don't feel like you're operating in the magician in its 100% power, because the magician is going to manifest and understands that he has all of the tools in his arsenal to manifest what he wants, because he has everything he needs at his disposal. Wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. And, this is a card of infinite potential. But in this particular case, I don't feel like this is what's happened. I feel like your manifestation is blocked. You need to take action because your Seven of Cups has you exploring too many damn options and operating in wishful thinking. That is not the right energy that is going to make this magician successful. Okay? So now you're blocked. You're blocked. You have no urgency to make it happen because you like all these choices. And that is when the magician becomes manipulative. So right now, someone could be emotionally manipulating you, or you're definitely emotionally manipulating someone else. There's a fall from grace that comes with that, Leo collective. I don't like it. Don't say I didn't tell you. Okay? Now, when we're looking at the next card, that is the Five of Swords. It's no damn wonder, right? It is no wonder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Why do you think the Five of Swords is here? The Five of Swords is here because I just got through telling you what you are going through. Remember, guys, you to them, of them to you. I feel compelled to say that with my fixed signs because you guys are quick to tell me that's not me. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. There's conflict and argument, disputes, fights, and stress. You're arguing. You got all these damn choices, and you're kind of manipulating this situation so you can get what the hell you want to get out of it, Leo. And unfortunately, you're arguing with these people. Why? Because one of these options is probably giving you their all. One of the options is trying to play you the way you're trying to play them. This could be you to them or them to you, but I'm just telling you. So no wonder this is your energy. There's no damn wonder. And although I understand looking at the past what led you to those options, because in the past you were possibly done wrong. But before we get into that ten of wands back there, and you carrying your heavy burdens, let's stay with this Five of Swords for a second. There's conflict. The fighting has stopped only for the time being, but the air is not clear. The air is not clear. There's conflict here. And there's conflict between you and one of these people in this card. One of these options you got some beef with, and it may be even more. I feel like you needed to cut your losses and walk away. You feel like you fought hard and it didn't work. And you may be feeling like you're ready to surrender because some things are not fighting for. That sounds like me. Because once you fight the good fight and you didn't get what you think you should get out of it, this is exactly how you're going to feel. So if that is you, of course, it's warranted. But operating in an energy of manipulation so you can somehow shield or basically get that's not justice. Justice will show up if justice is here. Because what you're doing by leading these other 7 cups along is creating more karma for yourself with these individuals, because you know damn well you only want one of them. And it could be that you're entertaining these other options, but you only want one. And since that person is not acting right, you're not going to be by yourself. Hell no, you're a Leo. You're like, why should I not give this person over here that worships me the time that they need? Because that's not how it works. And that is the exact reason why you're going to end up opening up a can of worms that you really don't want to open up. So you're going to have to make a choice. And maybe the choice should be to spend some time by yourself to really get yourself together in an energy of analyzing why this is here. But moving on, what led you to those options? Let's get there, because this is where I can hear you screaming. Well, Marv, it's screaming your justifications to me. And we all have justifications, but it's a way in which we operate. So when we're looking at 10 wands, we're looking at a card of burdens. Responsibility, duty, obligation, stress, and burnout. You got tired. You gave and the shit wasn't working. You got tired of fighting. I understand that. But yes, there's going to be baggage that comes with responsibility. Yes, we're going to feel most burned out when we're at the end of a cycle. But at the same time, though, I'm telling you that one of these cups over here is who you've been fighting, because you got 5 swords. So no matter how much you think you're winning, I think you're going to end up realizing that it's not worth the damn stress. Also, there's some emphasis to your 4th house, and there's a lot of oppositions going on. So just take the time and reflect and spend some time by yourself, because if this isn't a relationship for you, take it how it resonates. You look at these options to make yourself feel better about one of these damn options in this card, or something that this 7 of Cups represents that you know damn well you're not going to move toward. You just got tired of fighting, but you don't want to leave. You probably did end up leaving, but that person is still an option. That thing is still an option. You just are exercising your fire ability to be able to move on and do other things and not really deal with the task at hand, which in turn is avoiding, right? The good news is for you, regardless of whether you like it or not, is death is here. So I know that there's some strong Scorpio energy, and you are a fixed sign just like Scorpio. So I feel like you're going to get a strong oomph and push in this energy of this damn of the Scorpio new moon, because you got Scorpio energy. So what's being remade with the death card? Well, endings and beginnings. There's going to be an ending to this crap that you're holding on to, okay? The death card comes, obviously, it's a card of change and transformation and rebirth. So I'm okay with that. It's time to walk away from things that no longer serve you. And I hope that instead of being stuck in all of these damn options, which you know that more than half of them are not viable, you give yourself the options to make yourself feel better, but you're not going to take action, or the correct action. I feel like what is going to end up happening is death is going to come in and really transform this entire thing. You need to accept the change. And sometimes, yes, it is negative, but you have to accept the change and accept that every relationship may have dynamics that are unhealthy, and you have to be ready to let this go. All right? You have to. Because the question is if you truly, perhaps you have concluded that some of the relationships that you have in this 7 of Cups are unhealthy. And, you have to be ready to let it go. But again, the question is do you really want to hold, do you really want to hold on against the tide? Do you really want to do that? But then sometimes the changes in this, with death is positive. And it'll come in and transform not only your ability to look at it, it'll transform how you engage. It transforms the rules of engagement. Either way, the best course of action is for you to embrace the change, is the point. Death is not always a bad thing. Something needs to change and you're holding on to it because that thing that you're not trying to change is represented in the Seven of Cups card. Okay? Major Arcana is the Magician and Death. The Magician is in your heart. You have the power. You need the power, but you have to accept that you need to accept the change and still walk into your power with that change. Like, share, and subscribe to the Marvelous Tribe. Leo, it is always a pleasure. For a broader stroke or a different perspective, please watch the collective readings, as I mentioned at the top of this video, which is the career and money. What are their intentions and how do they see you, to get your broader stroke, okay, or perspective. I will see the rest of you guys in the new moon and Scorpio video, and to everyone else, I'll see you next week when we do it again. Thank you, Leo. I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.